What's up, y'all? Out here in Queenstown, New Zealand. It's quite beautiful. It's freezing, by the way. And my name's Alex Waters. I'm a 34-year-old entrepreneur. I've generated over $17 million in my businesses in the last 10 years. And just sharing my wins, challenges, and lessons each week with you as I continue to build and scale my companies and learn lessons in life. And hopefully these things can help you too. I've had a few challenges this past week and obviously wins. You know, it's been beautiful just like being out here in New Zealand with my partner Taylor and my son Atlas, and there's been so many magical experiences. By the way, if the camera's moving and wobbling, it's because I'm on a floating dock, but this is the best shot I could get. So here we are. And lots of love and some challenges as always with children around, right? But we got to go jet boat riding. We went and took a snowboarding lesson together, and Atlas and I saw snow for the very first time, which was really cool. Wow, there's a lot of ducks right now. I'm gonna film this. A lot of ducks just like coming to me. It's all these ducks. Sometimes I feel like, what's the point of filming this? Like, is anyone going to watch? And then it's like, does that even matter? Because most of the reason I'm doing it is for me and just to stay consistent online. But, you know. Anyway, I'm having a morning today. So second, oh shit. Oh. Alright, that's not a good idea. I just had to move because my camera fell over and I didn't want my gear to fall in the water. So I was just saying, win number 2 is I finished the script on my next YouTube video, which is going to be filming my story of the past 7 years. And I'm really actually happy that I'm doing that because it's helping me to get better at the craft of creating a good YouTube video, which is part of why I'm on here doing these every week. It's just to be on YouTube and get into the habit of like putting content out consistently on this platform. And third, the win is actually that growth on my socials appeared to be slower, but when I actually looked at the analytics, I've doubled my watch time on YouTube and gained 85 new followers on Instagram this past month. So even though I thought things had been slow, I still haven't stopped creating, and I've been creating content for creation's sake, just because I've actually been enjoying it. So that's been fun. And I'm glad that probably for the first time in my life, I've found a consistent flow with that. And actually, I wrote more about that in this week's email that I send out to my email list. So if you're not on that, you can grab my email newsletter down below in the links. Just sign up and you'll get the weekly email newsletter, which is a lot of valuable stuff, honestly. It's probably my most valuable stuff in there. And, you know, overall, I'm feeling really grateful for where I'm at in my journey. Things are flowing for the most part, and that feels good. So, you know, that's good. Challenges, definitely challenge number 1 is whilst I'm in a workflow, I want to keep working. And I feel that right now, but this is my time with my son, Atlas. And then after we drop Atlas in Perth, we'll be at a retreat in Spain for 2 weeks. So I'm navigating challenging of wanting to put more time into my work whilst this is just not the time for that. And it's definitely made me just be more efficient with my time. Like right now, I wrote out my notes for this like yesterday, and I'm filming this today. It's like 7:30, 8 a.m. in the morning. Atlas just woke up. I'm grabbing like 15 minutes to myself right now. So that's definitely been good, you know, making more efficient. And, you know, parenting can be hard. That's challenge number 2. My son is 5 years old. He often just isn't happy unless everything is the way he wants it to be. And I think the most frustrating thing about that is that I can see how much of a reflection he is of me. So we've dealt with many meltdowns this week, and it's been interesting to watch for Taylor to witness me as a parent, and also just for her to be around a child this much. And I guess that's definitely been a little more testing. You know, there's just less space. in a way, it's kind of nice because we can trial and see how we are with each other with a kid around, because we both want to have kids, and how do we manage those moments where there's just this pressure and there's no space, and you can't get space because there's children around, and it's just intense. How do you deal with those moments? And Atlas is just an energetic kid who always just wants attention. So there's just the challenge of navigating that at all times. And I don't know, that's probably what 5-year-olds are like. I don't spend much time around other 5-year-olds. So lesson number 1 is definitely that it's easy to want what we don't have. It's harder to enjoy the beauty of each moment for what it is. How many times in life do you find yourself working, wishing you were on vacation, and then when you're on vacation, wishing you were creating something, or, when you're working, wishing you were with your kids, and then when you're with your kids, wanting to do something more productive. Like, I notice in myself this part of me that always has a thing of like trying to just wanting the moment to be different a little bit. I guess that's what I just explained my son does. Fuck. Oh, life. Wonder where he learned that from. So that's lesson number 1. And, lesson number 2 is just always trusting in the flow of where I'm at. It's easy to want something different to what I have, but when I trust it, more magic flows through. When I trust what's here right now, the things aren't always the way that I want them to be or expect them to be, and when I accept that, life is easier. Lesson 2 is that we are always responsible for our own suffering. I had a moment in the hot tub with Tay and Atlas was being super annoying, not respecting my boundaries, and I could recognize that it wasn't actually him who was depleting my energy and exhausting me. It was me. When I closed my eyes, I could see that I was pushing my energetic awareness out to him consistently instead of bringing it back into myself. And so that's what was actually causing myself to feel energetically exhausted and depleted. And that's sometimes easier said than done, rather. Lesson number 3 is that life is beautiful, and the point of it is just to have the entire experience, not just the happy parts. So whatever you're being with right now, whatever you're at, that you get to have the whole experience. Things aren't going to be perfect, and it's actually rare that they'll be perfect, and you should relish those moments when they happen, because that's divine intelligence, divine intervention, just allowing things to unfold the way they're meant to. But overall, it's been a happy week. It's been a good week. I'm feeling a little low energy right now, as you might be able to tell. Just sometimes life is difficult when you're just trying your hardest and it just doesn't feel like it's enough sometimes, Well, it's beautiful out here. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. See you next week. Peace.